everybody, it's Angela Petrilli. I am here with my friends from Guitar Center with the Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s AAA Flametop Limited Edition in Tri-Burst. I'm a guitarist based in Los Angeles, California. I'm an online music educator. I'm a session guitarist, and I front my own band, Angela Petrilli and the Players. I'm a big fan of classic rock and big heavy guitars and big heavy guitar riffs. And when I think of my heroes such as Jimmy Page and Warren Haynes and Eric Clapton and Susan Tedeschi, a lot of them play the iconic Les Paul. I'm someone who really enjoys the texture, the nuance, and the character that a Les Paul can bring. It can be a very delicate instrument when it needs to be, but it could also punch you and really be a guttural instrument. A big question we always hear is, how do you tell the difference between a standard 50s and a standard 60s Les Paul? So a quick way, if you saw it on the wall, how you can tell the difference is on the 60s, it's going to have these, so the shiny silver knobs. Okay, so right here with the gold and silver on top. And you could also tell that it's a 60s because it has the Grover Rotomatic tuners. Along with the beautiful AAA maple top, we have the awesome Tune-O-Matic bridge, we have the rosewood fretboard, and the trapezoid inlays. All right, so right now, I'm in the neck position. As far as pickups go, I have the Burstbucker 61R with Alnico 5 magnets in it. When I am playing in the rhythm position for a Les Paul, I'm really looking for a chunky, round sound. That's what I'm looking for. I want something that's gonna feel like a nice warm blanket. All right, so as far as the pedals that I'm using here, I am going through a carbon copy analog delay, and I'm using the UA Lion 68 Super Lead amp. Here's what it sounds like. So with this rhythm setting, we're getting, again, that nice warm blanket. It's still punchy, there's still a ton of attack. We can hear all of the notes the way that we want to, and it really holds true when I'm going ahead and driving that rhythm. We can really hear all of those notes nice and clear, nice and punchy, and it creates a nice rhythmic foundation. So now I'm in the bridge position. With this pickup here, we have the Burstbucker 61T with the Alnico 5 magnets. We want things sounding really nice, cutting through the mix, notes that are really just screaming exactly the way we want to. So you can see here when we tap into this bridge position, it's really nice and mouthy. It's really articulated. Compared to the standard 50s model, I would say the 60s have a bit more bite and a bit more roundedness. So say you want to engage some wah into your lead playing. I'm gonna go ahead and do that here. So I am still in the bridge position. What I've got is my Crybaby 1976 vintage wah. So now I have the Les Paul in the middle position, meaning that both pickups are engaged. So what's happening here when both pickups are engaged, you're really getting the best of two worlds. You're getting that nice growl that comes from the neck position, and you're getting that nice bite that comes in from the bridge. So you're really blending the two. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get the tone knob. I'm just gonna bring it down to like 5. So let's hear how that sounds. So as you can see, sustain for days. I could have let that go on for a really long time. I found that sustain, and it's just sounding nice and round, yet nice and open, and is still cutting through. When I think 60s Les Paul, as far as like what pickup position I like best, I love the rhythm setting. I play lead in this a lot of times too. So what I'll do here is I'll just play some lead lines. I'm gonna bring my tones all the way up to 10 and just play some lead lines, but with the rhythm. So we still hear it has a lot of character, but when I apply some lead lines, say to some chords, you can see how it really blends together nicely. So as you can see, when you're playing with a band, you're playing with a great rhythm section, it's gonna fit really nice in that spot and really allow, say, the vocals or other instruments to really shine through too and create like a great collective sound. When I think Les Pauls, I think classic, I think iconic, I think beauty meets function. With this particular standard 60s, the neck for me wins. It's a slim neck, but it still has some body to it, different than a 50s. It's just a great instrument, and it's a great tool to bring with you on stage, in the studio, to create great music and to inspire your art. If you want to find out more about this Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s AAA Flametop limited edition in tri-burst, go ahead and visit guitarcenter.com or contact one of their expert gear advisors, or check it out at your local GC.